What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fahadano. Today we're going to be doing the West Coast Avengers 5-pack, and that is my 800th time saying this, because I've done this like intro like 6 times now, and it just kept on coming out long. So yeah, it's been a while since I did a video, because I had to move, and a lot of stuff, and then I had to get everything set up, so it's been a while for sure. But we're back here doing videos now, and I got a new camera stand, a new light, so I don't know if you noticed that, but this camera, I'll show you, moves up and down, which is going to be very helpful for when I open this box up and have to review these figures. Anyway, but without further ado, let's take a look at the box first before we get into it. And I'm going to keep this box. I like the front art of it. It is a recreation of West Coast Avengers #1, which I have here. I have my own copy of. I love the West Coast Avengers. They're my favorite Avengers team. I think they're just I think they're way more interesting than like the normal Avengers. I've always have thought that. I like all the weird stuff from Marvel, like Fantastic Four and all that good stuff. But yeah, and you had Wonder Man replacing Spider-Man. Spider-Man replacing Wonder Man right there, which is upsetting, because we need a new comic book Wonder Man figure. They haven't done one since like Toy Biz, I think. And that is like, that came out a while ago already, so we do need one indeed. Anyway, so yeah, so we got the nice artwork right there. It kind of reminds me of like Mike Allred, but it's not, and I know that. Comic book art on the sides. CGI renders of the toys, which I don't want to talk about Mockingbird them. CGI renders of the toys on the side. Avengers came out for like the 50th thing. I meant like the 80th thing or something like that. I kind of forget right now. Anyway, let's get this thing open, and oh boy, I get my scissors. They were across the table, and that was so. Let's get this guy. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to move some stuff around here. Alright, let's get this. I like doing openings live, as you guys know that. Not live, but like on camera, so you guys know how difficult it is to open. Because I think it's fun to open boxes. And that was super simple. It came out like that. And this is back when they were doing the plastic-free packaging, which made absolutely no sense. Because they're literally selling toys. So let me just lower this down here. Isn't that cool, guys? It lowers down. Anyway, so these come out like that. Okay. This one, the flipping toys. We had some Iron Man pulses, which I have actually 2 more of these. So I think I'm going to use all 4 of them for this Iron Man. Okay, let's just get everyone out here. Again, like, what was with all the plastic-free packaging that they love doing? There's nothing else in there. It's just garbage box. Okay. Who to review first? Well, let's get the most annoying one out of the way, because I really don't care about him. Well, I do. It's interesting that he's in here, and he does play a part in it. And that's Hank Pym Ant-Man. Also, I forgot to mention, he was replacing Hawkeye. So, yeah. And there's nothing much going on here. It's a jumpsuit that I think was reused for what was it? For Charles Xavier. And let me just get this guy's accessories out. See, these guys just don't come with like a lot of accessories. That's not him. That's not him. That is not him. Does he not come with accessories? I guess he doesn't come with anything. But anyway, I will say the face sculpt looks like Hank Pym. It's a really good representation of Hank. I'm trying to get all the way. Of Hank Pym in the comics and in this series. I will say my thing is a bit stiff. Like, he is really... I'm going to have to put some, like, WD-40 on that, loosening it up. See, like, the arms are super stiff, but then this is super loose. I will say the sculpting work on this body is really nice. You got the wrinkles at the jeans right here, the wrinkles right there. It is a very nice body, and I can see why they reused it. Ab crunch, which doesn't really give you a lot, but yeah. Like, and I just want to, that face looks really good. Like, it's kind of like all farming right there. Yeah. Very good. And his hands are actually quite detailed. Don't know if you see that, but they're quite detailed. But yeah. And belt. Like, yeah, this is like a basic plain figure. Which is why no one's getting the set. You're probably getting the set for like 2 characters, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 2 characters. Yeah, I'm gonna have to loosen this guy up. But he is a fun adaptation because now I have a Hank Pym, which I do not have. I actually don't even have an Ant-Man figure. But now you have Unmasked Hank Pym, which I think is the reused head from that Ant-Man figure. For articulation on this guy, he can look up. That's pretty good. Look down. And he does have a, I think it's, yeah, he does have a dumbbell right there. So, nice side. Arms are supposed to go up only that much. It's like really pulling right here, which I don't like. And this one, I'm gonna have to cut some plastic off of that. Goes up that much. Swivel at the wrist. Double elbow, and they're pinless, which is nice. Like, yeah, I think all these figures are pinless except for Iron Man. Ab crunch, like I said, doesn't do much. Swivel right there. Legs go out right there. Thigh swivel. Double knee is really good on him. And then boot articulation is nice. Okay, well, that's Hank Pym. Let's get this bonehead out of here. Because that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here for, like I said, 3 of these characters. We'll do Spider-Woman next, because I think she's the one I'm not most looking forward to. I haven't really read the run on West Coast Avengers that she was in. But yeah, this is, again, this is basically the old Spider-Woman body. Just improvements. But I will say my black is kind of discolored everywhere. Like, this is shiny black, then that's like a matte black. It doesn't come out on camera as well. But like, this is a different color than this. And this is a different color than that. And the whites don't really match right here. Like, the white right here, you can kind of see the white better. It's a bit different than the white up there. They even messed up the paint right there. Which isn't the worst thing in the world, but I might have to go back and paint that. I will say, a pretty nice Spider-Woman. Like, I like the hair. The hair is nice and big. I might want to put a wash over that just to make it like a bit more stylized. But the hair is really nice. I will say that. Let me just get a let me get her accessories out. I think this is it. Yep, she only comes with 2 accessories. Yeah, this pack I heard was a lot, just no accessories. But yeah, her body is super nice. Super nice. Okay, I don't mean it like that. But it's like the plain body, but it is pinless, which is nice. It's not the new female body, which I would love if this was on. But it is a nice female body. It's the updated one before the really good one came off. And yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I think this is like the spider, like the top spider part is sculpted in, which is nice. And yeah, for accessories, she comes with 2 fists that just 2 fists, and then she has 2 open hands, which are just simple open hands. Your normal female open hands. No, like Spider-Man gripping hands, which I know, like, she technically, if I'm right, she doesn't, like, her spider come out of here, right? And if they don't, well, oopsie. I don't read a lot of Spider-Woman, so I don't know. And like I said, I didn't, like, the last time she was actually in, I read West Coast Avengers from 2025, or was it 2024? And that was the last time I saw her. And I totally forget. It might have been Threat. But yeah, her hair is really nice. Anyway, for articulation, she cannot look up. She can look down, actually quite a bit, side to side. Arms will go up really well, because it's Spider-Woman. Her pinless double elbows, which I don't want to force. I'm going to have to heat some of these figures up and walk them around. Here we go. Back, not a lot forward, but she'll just stand there. Legs come out really well. Side up, and there is some paint scratch right there. And thigh swivel, very tight. And double knee, which is pinless, and then no boot swivel, like no like right there, but pivot. And then her hands kept the normal swings, and the fist have the normal what's it called? Hinge. Okay, see, now we're getting into the good stuff. Here we go. These are the figures that I really were looking forward to in this pack. Let me get some of this trash out of here. Off onto the side. I guess I'll do Mockingbird. Mockingbird is probably... This is, I think, the first old school Mockingbird, I think, that we got. Now, she's not the one I'm most looking forward to, but I know a lot of people were looking forward to her, so here she is. And I will say her costume is really nice. Nice. Mwah. Again, I should stop saying that. It's sad that they just gave her the blown heroine, because she does come with accessories, and I'll pull those out here. Yeah, and you see, no thing, but the paint apps on it are really nice, and her mask is really nice. It is a soft plastic, so you won't be poking your eyes out with it. I will say, these things that were supposed to be like to mimic like her big, I don't know, like her big things. Like you see like how like much gap there is there. These were a terrible mimic of that, because they just look weird. But I will say she gets some pretty nice posing though. Like it's better than Hank Pym. So, and that's on like a double arm and everything. So yeah, the paint is really nice. Again, like with the paint apps on this set. Like what is that? It's like I always get all the problems, but it's fine. She does come with like a weird thing of fist. I don't like when they do this, but she comes with 2 gripping hands, which I'll bring to the camera, which are nice gripping hands. And then she comes with the open hand, which makes sense, like if she's like leaning back like that with like a thing in her hand. But then 1 fist, like she could have come with 2 fists. I would have at least liked that. But anyway, again, this is nice, just skin tone. Her boots are nice. We'll say that, nice like pirate boots. And then her high heels, which is going to be fun to stand up on the shelf. But I think she does stand, though. I think she stands pretty well, though. Let's see. Nope. I thought... Oh, there you go. So she does stand pretty well. For accessories, she does come with these 2 billy clubs, technically. These are like the Daredevil ones, which I did order that Marvel Legends Daredevil snap together. And then she comes with a big giant bow staff, which I will actually pop off one of the hands for. Like, I like these costumes a lot for these characters. I don't like the modern Mockingbird costume. I wish they'd go back to this. But we'll put in the staff here. And maybe she can, like... You know, I don't know, something like that. And I see in the back there are all these 2 holes back there, which is a bit annoying. I just noticed those when I was putting this thing in. Those are annoying, but I think those were for a different figure. That would be my guess. But you won't see them, most likely. So, it's not like that big of a deal. walking on her way to pose her coolly. See, they should have went with like those Wolfsbane droopy things. No, not Wolfsbane. I forget her name. But yeah. Anyway, that's Mockingbird. Very good. Let me just... For articulation, she cannot look up because of that hair. She cannot look down because of the hair right there, but she really doesn't do much side to side. She can like turn her head there, and it does kind of look interesting. And it's like that. And I want to point out this hair again. This is like, that has a nice wash to it and everything. It just, we should have got two. Anyway, her arms go up that much, which is really nice. She can do the Jesus. Back goes really far back, which is nice. And not at all forward, but the back is really nice. And then she can come up. That's really good, actually. That's really good. And go to side. Not too bad. She's more of an athletic character. And the pinless double knees, which are nice. But she's more of an athletic. And I think that's not bad at all. For you head into like some type of kicking pose or something. Let me like put the bow staff. Something like that. You could like do yeah. Anyway, so that is Mockingbird for you. Now I'm going to say my favorite figure for the last. So I think you guys know what that means we're going to do next. We're going to do Iron Man. Which means you guys know who my favorite figure in this pack is. Okay, Iron Man. Let's get this guy out of here. And this is actually my first of this mock of Iron Man. So whatever. Oh, well, we already got loose joint. How fun. My first mock, I forget, this is like... I forget what mock this is. Anyway, this is Iron Man. He wore this in the newest West Coast Avengers series, so if you guys read that, this is why this looks familiar. And if you didn't, he wore this in the original one too, so that's why it's familiar. And this is Iron Man. There's nothing new with these Iron Mans, as you know. Very nice. The original one of this had silver paint on here. They changed it to white, like it is in the comic books, which I think I prefer a bit more, actually. But yeah, very fun Iron Man. It's very nice and shiny, which I like. I like my toys having shiny. There is Marvelization in the thing, which is I mean, you can see the light, you can see the ring light above it right there. But hey, it looks kind of cool with like if the reactor beam right there. Not the reactor. It's like the what's that thing called? It's not his reactor. It's the I'm blanking here. The MCU has got to me, I think. Anyway, face is really nice, and like the sculptural detail on this is I love. Like it's very detailed in the back, very detailed in the front, but then when you get to like the parts where it's supposed to just be like the white, it's very non-detailed, which I like. It's very accurate to the comic books. I wish these would have been filled in. But beggars can't be choosers, even though I guess we kind of can, but yeah. Again, wish it would come with like an unmasked head or something. Something like this pack was like, I think, $80. So, it would have been nice to come with something, but yeah. Nice, and yeah, it's just a nice face. Anyway, time to get the parts I don't like about this figure, because I will say this is very eye-jarring. When like you are trying to pose him, and he just has a big giant hole right there, that's kind of looks a bit weird in my opinion. It's not so weird when it's like that, because I guess you can kind of fudge it, turn it down. But yeah, very weird, and it's just on a normal. just on a normal like dumbbell. I think the neck should have been separated from the head, so they could have just done a dumbbell, and then you get even more. But you get good tilt, but you still get good tilt on it. So I guess that's a win. And for articulation, he can look up decently. The ab crunch will help with that though. But I wish it was more for Iron Man. Look down, not at all. Tilt is really good. He can move his arms up like that and rotate them around. There will be no butterfly joints. I think they could have added them in though. Swivel right there. Double elbow brings you like that. Not pinless, and I will say this elbow on mine is loose, but it helps when you have both of them up. So just a heads up, if anything you guys are loose like down there, then yeah. This one is super tight, but that's a double elbow right there. His arms do feel a bit short. Maybe it's because of the gauntlets right there. Ab crunch goes up that much. Pretty good. Goes down. Not bad for Iron Man. Swivel right there. And then legs come up that much, which is actually really good. Side, not, it's like Mockingbird, just a bit weaker. Swivel, very tight. Double knee will get you high up, actually, not bad. There will be no swivel right here, but you do get boot, swivel, and it should boot right there. The accessories are 2 fists that have a hinge. And then you get these 2 propulsor blasters which go in here, which you've seen them time from time. I actually now have more than one blue one, so I think I might use like all of them for him. Because, yeah, I might have to, well, the one's kind of not straight, but so that looks ugly and hideous. But yeah, there is Iron Man. Again, you probably just put these in hot water and then you can straighten them out. Iron Man goes off to the side. Oh my gosh. My back is killing me, guys. Let me just try to sit down here. Okay. Next up is the last one, and you guys probably figured this out already. It's my favorite West Coast Avenger other than Wonder Man, but since he's not in this pack, he can't be a part of this. It's Tigra. And you're like, well, that's because you're a Gooner. It's actually not. It's a little bit of that, but not really. And then accessories. Comes with like the most accessories out of this. Everyone should have at least come with 2 different heads, but yeah. Okay, this is the redone version because the original Tiger was a lot more Cheeto-like. It was very orange. Okay, my top half right here is like super loose, but it's not that bad. Yeah, so the last one was a lot more orange. This is a lot more like the comic, as you can see. A lot more toned down orange, but yeah. Just, yeah, toned down, as you can see. And you can even see her sculpted fur up at the top here, which is really nice. She's wearing like a bikini, which, if you ask me, is a bit weird. It kind of made no sense to me, even as like a little kid. So, oh, the heck, that makes no sense. It still makes no sense to me. I think her new costume is a bit better. It's just like, it's basically a She-Hulk costume, just black and white. But yeah, and her, yeah, my Tiger is really loose for some strange reason, but that means she can party. Yeah, very fun. Her stripes are all over the body, which is really nice. As you can see, they spare no expense. Even they have fur down at her calves, which is nice. And even at her toes, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so yeah, this pack is all over the place with softness and Watch this. There we go. Anyway. Yep. Then Fist. Anyway, her face is actually not bad. It's the digital printing technology, which isn't bad. And this is a big hunk of plastic. But this is the face I really like, and this is the face I'll probably display her with. These heads are really hard to get on. This is like the more mad, hysterical Tigra. And yeah, very nice face again. Like the digital printing technology is really good. Then she comes with 2 claws, which are really nice. Just, it's the right hand, I think. No, it is not. And these come out. I won't show you the other claw just because it's kind of off to the side and kind of fell. But yeah, comes with 2 claws, which I'm only showing you the one. And again, this is really loose, but I think it will play into its advantage. And you can even see the little dumbbell back there. Anyway, yep, very nice. One other thing to point out, that they painted her little like teeth down there and the skull between her Brazil. So yeah, very nice paint-ups. Must say so myself, very nice. Okay, for articulation, she can look up, not really, and both of these hairs will not look up, not really. This probably actually has the better down because that one has it. Side to side will be the same on, this one's a bit better, so. Arm goes up that much, double elbow goes in really well, swivel right there, which is really nice. Some of these figures feel like they're about to snap right there. I'll be careful with that. And look at that. Look at that. It's messing that up. Anyway, go back really good, really far. Forward is actually not bad either. It's better than most women in the Marvel Legends, like, see, like that. Like, she goes forward more than Mockingbird, which is, I don't know. Let's see what Spider-Woman does. Yeah, she does better too. Anyway, leg goes out, not a lot actually. I was wishing for more. Yeah, not good at all. Like that, I think that should be a lot more wider. Like she should be able to do splits, not like semi-splits. Then swivel, double knee, pinless double knees, which are very nice. And then foot articulation, and then tail articulation. Can pose like that, pose like that. There's no like swivel right there. It's literally just a plug that goes in. Even made it like, they even like sculpted a little wrinkle right there, which is really cool. So yeah, tail can go up which way. Anyway, let's get all the figures in here now, shall we? I mean, we'll just stand right there because he's gonna be aura farming. Man, I just said like so much brain rot, 2 brain rots in this thing, and I actually do not have a, you know what, this is, well, there you have it, guys. The West Coast Avengers, Marvel Legends. Do I recommend picking this up? If you really want a Mockingbird and new Tigra, yeah. If you don't, then no, it's like pointless to actually pick up. I got it because I love the West Coast Avengers. And if you like the West Coast Avengers as much as me and don't just want a Mockingbird and Tigra, then I would actually say pick it up. You know, I mean, sure, this isn't the best Iron Man, and that isn't the best Hank Pym. And this is actually the best one, I almost said Wonder Woman, Spider-Woman. So, yeah. But yeah, if you want to finish your West Coast Avengers, which I have US Agent, do not have a Wonder Man. I still need a Wonder Man, and after that, I will feel complete, because I don't really need Hawkeye. If I get him in the future, I do. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. My goal is, well, what was it, 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And if we hit that, I will do a giveaway. That giveaway will be of toys, okay? Some big toys, too. I would not go cheap on that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace, God bless you, and have a great day. Bye.